Final game of the day here at Griff's IceHouse. I'm Matt Gajtka. Brad Verkers alongside Matt Mormon and Kelly Eddington between the penalty boxes. Hanging in there all day. Saw one of these refs has been here for all 6 games too. As the Blue Water Moose in the black take on Michigan Steel White in the gray. Blue Water won their first game 8-3 against Michigan Steel Gray. And there's our first shot from Blue Water on target. And that's stopped by Colin Murray. Sheffer pulls it free between the circles. Couldn't make a move. Defended well by Jack Dubuque, who whacks it down the ice. Blue Water Moose out of the thumb area of Michigan. Sheffer couldn't navigate the puck down the alley. Excuse me. And it's broken up and taken back by Jackson Halliday. The Moose break up that play. Samuelson back to his own line. Nolfo, 2 goals in game 1. And that 8-goal outburst for the Moose. Samuelson from near the corner let it go. That's Isaac Meadow in goal, not Colin Murray for Michigan Steel White. So Meadow gets the start. He replaced Murray about midway through in Steel's first game, a 6-0 loss to West Michigan Green. Healy taps it over. So here it is, our 6th and final game of the day. 3 more coming tomorrow in this division. Wynn helped it ahead. Great move, Finney. He scores. Finney all the way. 1-0 Moose, 2 minutes in. Colin Finney, the Marysville senior, interested in sports medicine and the trades as well. Love these Moose jerseys. There's a lot going on there. You got the moose on the pants. You've got the scratches, the claws on the the shoulders. Black with almost an electric blue accent color. Finney goes ahead again, creates a turnover, shoots one, and just wide of Meadow, who has been greeted to this game rather rudely by the Moose. And let me get that goal on the board for you. Finney turning it over, though, to Alex DeMagno. Lost it for a shot by Ruiz. And again, Meadows got to come up with a save. Healy lifts it down the wall. Ruiz had his stick lifted. Couldn't get the shot off. Breaking back, Brennan Davis for the steal. Davis lost the puck, but he decided to run over Nathan Green. And a stop made after all that chaos by Shane Grizz, the starting goalie for the Moose. Finney circles the wagon, still out there. Long shift for him. Trying to add another goal. Rifle shot, stopped by Meadow, and the rebound. There is no rebound of consequence as he covers it up with 12 to go in the first. Blue Water Moose coached by Dan Turnbull, and Michigan Steel White headed up by Tim O'Brien. Both teams making a long drive across the state to this event, presented by the Keys Institute for Ice Hockey. Another face-off coming as Meadow covers it again, this time with Luke Bowman in his kitchen. Bowman, who goes to L'Anse Creuse High School. He wants to pursue a career in law enforcement after graduation. Dane Bark frees up the puck to Bowman, whiffed on the shot. Had his stick interrupted. Lucas Issel down the right wing toward the front, and it just caroms wide of the far post. Grizz was playing the shot And the pass was made instead. Issel in front of the netty at the outside of the post with that shovel chance. In front, set up by DeMagno. Brody Mueller down the boards, or Mueller. Issel blindly in front. Taken away. DeMagno's got it again. Dubuque. Excuse me, that's Ian O'Brien rather back there with Jack Dubuque on the Michigan Steel side of things. Dubuque back for Ford's big blast. And Grizz fought it off. He's listed as Shane Grizz on my roster sheet, but that last name is longer than that. I think they just try to make it easy on us. But I've got a name like that too with a lot of consonants together. Probably Polish as well, just like mine. Toward the front, Ford is denied. What a save by Grizz on Leighton Ford. And ripped toward the goal. Grizz makes another stop. Loose puck. Skated out of trouble, this time by Sheffer. Dumps far corner. Coleman Bund, 2 goals in the first game for the Moose. Bund lays a strong body check. Keegan Roberts pirouettes and skates against the grain, lost the puck. Throws his hand up in frustration as Bund wipes out his teammate. Bund's taking his pound of flesh. Emberton sneaked a shot through, and again, Grizz makes the save. Sent on ahead, Sheffer couldn't flag it down. That's icing against the Blue Water Moose. I believe that was Samuelson who tried to bank it onto his tape. Didn't work out, just barely. Puck down, and Sheffer clipped it out to the point. DeMagno saved it there. Now there's a 22 on the ice for Michigan Steel. I don't have a 22 on my roster. Samuelson fires it across. Good pass to O'Doyle. Took the wrister, but that was partially blocked. Bund using the big frame to protect the puck, but he turned it over to DeMagno. Davis on ahead and flipped in by Finch. And again, Grizz gets in the way of that. High stick on the puck called. And that halts play. Aiden Bolash tried to make a move, but could not. Well, we have not seen Michigan Steel white since this morning, 10 o'clock. So they end up with 10 hours and 30 minutes between opening faceoffs. It's actually tough to shut it down for that long and then get right back at it in the evening. You'd almost rather you play a lot closer together than that far apart, but that's just how it goes. Someone's got to draw the short straw when it comes to that sort of thing. Healy clears it on and out. Finney, who has the only goal of this game, to his backhand. Duck to check. Ruiz helps out. That is Roman Ruiz. Finney out of the corner, head up. Passing it far side, looking for Ryan Wynn, who played goalie in the first game. Skating out here in the second game. Finney lost his stick at center, and that's a penalty against the Steel coming up. I think it's against the Steel. That would make sense. No, excuse me, the penalty is against Finney for tripping. Yeah, the whistle sounded with the Moose in possession, so didn't make sense in my mind right away. Nolfo to take the face-off for the Moose. He goes up against Dubuque. Nolfo was impressive in game one. 2 shorthanded goals. Dubuque wins the draw for the steal. Mueller couldn't get it through. Sheffer broke it up. And speaking of shorthanded chances, it's Doyle, across for Nolfo, and he missed the goal. That close to 3 shorthanded goals today for Brady Nolfo, and that's icing against the steal. You can tell the Moose are looking for those opportunities. Shane Grizz just accidentally shot the puck into his own bench, trying to fire it down for the officials to get it back into play. Just about halfway through period number 1. Nolfo cancels out with Dubuque. But here's Sheffer on it for the Moose. Couldn't wedge it free. Sheffer collides with DeMagno behind the goal. Here's Keegan Roberts, escaping some pressure. Up ahead, Dubuque overskated but got it back. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Dubuque spun it to the side of the goal, and Grizz captures it and keeps it. Davis lost the draw to O'Boyle, excuse me. Austin O'Boyle parading down the wall, took the shot, shorthanded. And again, Meadow comes up with a stop. High drive there from Keegan Roberts off the mask of Grizz. Bolash steps to. Lost control of it. Helped along by Halliday. O'Boyle behind his back with the pass. Finney eventually captures it. Power play over for the steal. Finney with some room. Drop pass to no one. Emberton back checking to steal it. Halliday couldn't get it past Nolfo. Clears it out in front. Tap just wide by Finney. Finney again has it. Fires. Save by Isaac Meadow, and no further play. 6:08 to go in the first. Nearing 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. We started at 10 this morning. We'll start at 9:30 tomorrow. And hopefully my voice is sounding better by then. It's been a tough day. Economy of words paramount at this point. Samuelson captures. Up to Bowman. On comes Sagan. Across to Bark. Pass behind him. Bark has to take it out of his skates. Harp shooting on one knee. Misfired. But there's Sagan into the middle. Bowman swings it on goal. And handled again by Meadow. Isaac Meadow, who plays for Ann Arbor Pioneer. He's a senior there. Several reps from the Ann Arbor area schools on the steal. From Skyline and Huron as well. They're a combined program. Backhand toward the front. Grizz makes the save. Puck available. Squirts out high. Ryan Wilson. Thrown from the far side wall. And it bounces off the boards to Declan Kovalevsky. Lost it to Bowman. Big 66 charges down the boards and shoots. Kicked out by Meadow. Dubuque back the other way. End-to-end action. Dubuque shooting. And that's off of Samuelson's skate into the near corner. Toss toward goal, save made by Grizz. Rebound, score! Powered in from right out in front. And that's Ian O'Brien cleaning up the garbage, tying the score 1-1. 4:55 to go in the first. And I think that was Lucas Issel who shot it initially. Got the ricochet off of Grizz's pad. That's the first time today we've had a 1-1 tie on this rink. 1-0 has always become 2-0 until now. That's interesting. Dubuque carries it in, let it go because he knew he was going to be offside. But that allows Nolfo to escape. Nolfo all the way, he scores! The silky mitts of Brady Nolfo makes it 2-1. Third goal of the day for him. And the first one that's not shorthanded. So that 1-1 tie didn't last very long, did it? Nolfo putting on a show. 4:40 left in the first. And here he comes again, getting those feet moving. Nolfo, soft pass toward the middle, fitting a backhand. And Meadow holds it out. He reached behind him, but he kept it just in front of the goal line. That was a sneaky play from Finney. Entertaining hockey so far in this one. One right back to Wynn. He pumps it on target. The goalie slash defenseman got a good rip away there. But Meadow with a pad save. Toss back in front of Meadow. He lets it go to the far corner. But again, the steal can't clear. Emberton does shove it out to center ice. Roberts. Leighton Ford hops on it. Spun the disc toward the goal, but it bounced off a skate. Nolfo couldn't get it all the way out. It's Halliday. And Wynn settles behind his goal. Stick handling confidently. Scoops the backhand pass up to Daniel Healy. Ruiz over the line. And he flubbed the back pass. Back with it come the steal. Halliday with some room. Fires. Glove save by Grizz. Green behind the goal. He knocked down Halliday. Appears to be a little rattled by the check, but no penalty coming. No icing here as the puck rolled up on edge. Mueller leaves it for Ford. Whoa, watch out. That went off a Blue Water skate and nearly into the net. It's one thing to worry about the opponent, but when it's your own team firing pucks around your goal, that's tough for a netminder. Brennan Davis with a lot of speed. Chipped it by Wynn. Green was shoved, but he moved the puck. Ruiz. Off a steel body. Wynn couldn't maneuver at center. Davis. Backhand hoist. Nearly came to the front of the net. As Finch was hard charging. Backside pass looking for Bolash, but it's broken up. Good read by Nathan Harp to step up and deflect that puck. Otherwise, it would have been a prime scoring chance. Issel to the outside, right out in front of the net. Tipped by Dubuque to the end wall. 2 minutes to go in the period. We're in the first. Game number 6. Nearly a bad turnover there, but Davis couldn't make anything happen. Sheffer. Oh, he dangles in. Sheffer with a backside pass. Looking over to O'Boyle, but it did not connect. Bolash one more time. Samuelson with a good gap. Defends well. But he lost control to O'Brien, who has the only steal goal. In front score! And now O'Brien sets up Tiago Emberton, and it's 2-2. That was tidy. Tiago Emberton, the senior from the South Lyon Unified team. ties the score again. So Steel White, which was blanked in its first game, has 2 in the first period in its second game. And we go back and forth. 2 leads for Blue Water, and twice they've been equalized by the Steel. Bund. He looks for room. Bund yanked it to the net front. O'Boyle with a shot, and that's turned away by Meadow. O'Boyle gets to his own rebound. He's open in the middle. He gets that pass. He shoots. It's blocked behind the goal. Bund centered. Off a skate. Bund one more time. Fires. Meadow the save. Again loose puck. High in the slot. Gathered in by the Steel. Halliday to Roberts. Far corner play. Roberts lost control. Sheffer. Nifty stick handling to give it to Bund. Right back to Sheffer through the middle. Parker Sheffer, sophomore from Marysville. A couple of sophomores on this Moose team, including Dane Bark, number 43, and Nico Oprita, who's the backup goalie tonight. Oprita skated out in the first game. 20 seconds to go in the period. Sheffer couldn't get it to a teammate. Bark doubles back for it, and he backed off trying to win the icing call, but that didn't convince the referee, so Bark has to lay it behind. One more take by Nolfo. He sends it the distance, deflected in deep, and there's the buzzer, ending the opening 15 minutes of play. So Blue Water, a couple of 1-goal leads, but Michigan Steel pushes back both times. We got a good one in our 6th and final game of the day on the West Rink. Keep it right here for second period action coming up in just a moment. The second period on tap from the West Rink at Griff's IceHouse. I'm Matt Gajtka. Thanks for joining us for the KIIH Elite Varsity Invitational as we get an early snapshot off the blocker of Shane Grizz from Michigan Steel. And we're off and running. That was Bolash with the early chance. Scramble for the puck. In front of the goal, Dubuque couldn't get a clean shot away. The play bogs down at the blue line. Bark knocked to the ice for his efforts. Healy sped it across and lofted down for an icing call against the Moose. The Moose have scored 10 goals in 4 periods. In this game, Finney and Nolfo, the goal getters. Emberton and O'Brien for Michigan Steel. Issel back to the blue line. Fed across to no one in particular. And Bark takes over with that red helmet. Bark scooted it wide. Back out in front, though. Bowman left the puck behind. Issel. Taken away by Sagan, and he simply clears. Bowman reaching out. On back to Healy, junior defender from Marysville. Near wing Green activates. Threw it across. Could not hook up with Bowman. Healy steps up just in time. Offside waved off as the Moose cleared the zone. It's rifled in by Bolash. Around the wood it goes. Halliday. Shoulder check by Green, front of the net. Grizz makes the save, and the rebound skitters away to the far corner. Finney turning this way and that. Has an open man and Wynn as the Steel defenders back off. Wynn, though, could not navigate neutral ice. Emberton won it back against the much larger Wynn. Took some courage. Healy. Finney. The in cut. He's open. He fires. Just missed. Looking top left corner. Wynn. Quickly on to Green. One more pass. Down the slot comes Healy on one knee, and he shot it off a body. Ruiz delivers it to Finney below the goal line again. Finney takes a look. Referee protecting himself as sticks come up in the corner. Ruiz to Wynn. Again, shuffles it to Green. Redirected by Finney and just wide. That was a big change in direction from Finney on the wrister by Green. Ruiz got a glove up on a member of the Steel, and the Steel clear just wide of the goal. Grizz lets it go, icing the call. 12:07 to go in the second. No goals yet in this period. 2 apiece in the first. Tomorrow, Blue Water plays the opening game, 9:30 against West Michigan Varsity White. Varsity White has outscored its opponents 11-0. So we'll see how they handle the competition of the Moose, who are a potent offensive squad. West Michigan Varsity White, the reigning national champions from the 16U division as they bump up this year. Finch maneuvering his way in. Stapled to the boards by Finney. Loose for Colin Finney, senior forward from Marysville. Makes a couple of moves, lost the puck, but his teammate Nathan Harp there to help it forward to Nolfo. Nolfo pulls up, got the trailer in Harp, couldn't get it through to him. Finney follows on, shoots it deflected over the glass, but a penalty coming for holding against the Steel. The guilty man is Alex Finch, senior forward from Dexter. He lists mathematics as his college interest. And the only math he's doing right now is counting 90 seconds until he gets out of the box. Finney jabbed it to the wall. Sheffer distributes back to O'Boyle. Into the corner, Sheffer playing setup man, and that pass was intercepted and cleared quickly. 11 to go in the second period. 15 seconds into a 90-second power play for the Blue Water Moose. Finney rambles in. Dropped it back. Sheffer. Look at that saucer pass over to O'Boyle. That was about 2 feet in the air. O'Boyle right back for a shot by Nolfo. He flubbed it, though, and taken and cleared right down the middle. Aiden Bolash got rid of it. On ahead for the curling Sheffer. Played the puck into his own skates to create some room against Bolash. Sheffer to the far wing. Flips it up to Nolfo. Getting some momentum going toward the goal. Played it backside, looking for Finney. And just off the heel of his stick and wide. Sheffer Slices in. Threw it backdoor for win this time. Couldn't put it on goal. Too many sticks in the way. Sheffer relays. It's intercepted by Bolash, and he fires it up and off the glove of one of the Moose, and it hops into the possession of Austin O'Boyle. O'Boyle, though, run off to the side wall, offside against the Moose. 1 second to go on the power play. And then Finch will escape. No goals yet in this period. Just a little more than 5 minutes into it. Finney goes forward off the draw, but no one there, obviously. They're trying to set up that chase play. Sheffer forces the turnover, but Finney kicked it right to a member of the Steel. Leighton Ford shooting from the far wall, handled by Grizz, out above his blue paint. That was actually Issel who took that shot. Ford freed it up, and then Issel let her rip. Loose biscuit to the side wall. Ford sends it ahead into the possession of Daniel Healy. Parker Sheffer doubles back. Builds up some speed, does Sheffer. To the backhand, in the middle, Healy couldn't pull it out of his skates. Moving back the other way, Roberts surging down left wing, fires. Grizz made the save. He telescoped out. Keegan Roberts again, back to the blue line. Shot by Issel, pad save by Grizz. Sheffer draws a defender, ladles it back to Samuelson. Blasted in by Roberts, wide of goal, but he just wanted to dump that puck in. Sheffer hammers at the distance, and it goes just off target. Blue Water will take the icing as they were exhausted. Some of those guys out there, they need the change, and they'll get it with 8:30 to go in the second. We've had one tie in the 18U division, but the rest of the games have been rather comfortable wins. We've had 6-0, 7-0, 8-3, and 4-0. 4-4 tie was between Saginaw and West Michigan Varsity Green in the 5:30 game. Wilson down the wood to O'Brien. 5-on-5 play continues. O'Brien, who scored in the first, left the puck behind. And the Moose escape and get the puck out to center. That is offside, yes. So O'Brien could not get back to the blue line to tag up. And Lucas Issel from Chelsea took it upon himself to lead the rush, but a little too quick. Wilson bangs it off a body. Hart pursuing it for the Moose. He's pinned to the wall. That's Dubuque throwing it back. A shot by Kovalevsky. Rebound, score! The Steel have their first lead, and it's Lucas Issel, his first of the day. 7:45 to go in the second. And that's 2 in a row for the Michigan Steel to jump out on top. It's been a tough day for the Steel teams. It's coming into the game. They've been outscored 18-3 on the day in 3 losses, as you might imagine. But every game's a new opportunity. And here's Issel one more time. As he weaved his way into the far corner, Issel got it right back from Kovalevsky. Issel couldn't get the shot off in traffic. So Kovalevsky gets the assist on the play, and now he's back to try to take it, but he's bumped off the biscuit by Nathan Green. First time today that Blue Water trails in a game. Ruiz all the way, backhand, and Meadow with a strong stop as he held the far side post. Finney trying to drag it through, unsuccessfully. Wilson, 1-on-3. The Moose converge on him, and Ruiz yanks the puck away. Win to Finney. Tries some magic again. Finney all the way. The puck's under the goalie. And Finney put his arm up briefly as he was maybe trying to sell that the puck went in, but it did not. Meadow held it out as he was crashed into by his own man, Alex DeMagno. .6:44 left in the middle period. Some late August hockey in the Michigan Amateur Hockey Association. Flip past Roberts at center. The Moose regroup. Sheffer leaving it. O'Boyle yanked it back. A little hook pass there. That was quite skilled, but Sheffer couldn't take it cleanly. On the far side, O'Boyle on the forward check, but the steal. Do at least nudge it out over the blue line, but they turn it over. O'Boyle, centering pass, but no one home for the Moose. Coleman Bund was a little behind the play. So the Moose down by a goal. Issel, the go-ahead tally for the steal. That's offside, just barely. As O'Boyle goes down in a heap with one of the steal. That's number 22, I don't have a name for on this roster. Trying to guess from helmets. Looks like he's on the Skyron team from Ann Arbor. Could be Benjamin Tarnutzer as I look at the roster. He's listed as number 18. He does play defense. Maybe that is him. He's a senior at Ann Arbor Huron. Roberts gets up in the attack. Nolfo flushes it down the boards with one hand on the stick. And it clicks off a skate and in deep in the steal zone. Sheffer absorbs the blow to make the play. O'Boyle, Nolfo, one more touch, backhand score. A beauty of a goal from right out in front. Coleman Bund makes it 3-3, and we got a dandy in the final game of the day. Bund's third goal of the Invitational. And it's the Moose's turn to push back and tie it up. 5:26 left in the second, and a penalty, or maybe penalties after the goal. Well, it looks like it might just be one. Or maybe not. Referee's looking for someone out of the Moose bench to go to the box, so it doesn't look like this will affect the manpower on the ice, as we'll have coincidental minors. Daniel Healy to the box. Okay. After all that, we stay at 5-on-5. Poked forward by Nathan Green of the Moose. Brody Mueller. Dubuque winds it up. Couldn't get past Green. And Dubuque lost his stick in the process. That hurts the cause. Mueller captures and fires and missed. Tried to snipe Grizz from 45 feet. Finney, errant pass. Right to the front, Grizz the save, loose puck, and poked away to the near wall. Issel, he has a goal in this period. Bolash cleans it off and fires. Redirected wide. Finney to it. Into Bolash's skates. It's a 2-on-1 for the Moose. Ruiz with Wynn. Ruiz across to Wynn, and it was deflected. Mueller got a stick on that pass. Looked like Ruiz didn't have a lot in the tank to really challenge Mueller. So that chance goes begging for the Blue Water Moose. Issel, he's still got something in the tank. Rips the shot and handled by Shane Grizz. Once again, well out of his net. 4:03 to go in the second. Off the tie-up. It floats back for Wilson. Couldn't get the wrist shot through. Nolfo picks up the pace. He's got Ruiz behind him. Chipped the pass toward the front. I think it was a pass at least. But it's captured by Wilson for the steal. In a 3-3 game. 3.5 minutes left in the second. Kovalevsky, his pass is picked at the attacking blue line by Wynn. Wynn working his way toward the net. Defended by Kovalevsky. Ryan Wynn, the Marysville senior. And a delayed call coming against the Blue Water Moose on a collision just next to their bench. The puck touched by Nathan Harp, and that triggers the stoppage in play. And it is Wynn off to the box for the penalty away from the play. I think I saw tripping the call. Power play for the steal. .3:11 left in the second period. The face-off win and the wrister by Bolash. Free puck in the slot. O'Boyle left it there for the carry out by Nolfo, who's dangerous shorthanded. Nolfo all the way across, deflected on goal. Meadow made the save. He has not had to make many in this period, but that one was key. Keep it out of the net. With O'Boyle pressuring. One of the Moose went down as Keegan Roberts took the fadeaway shot. And that's handled by Grizz and cleared by the Moose. Getting up slowly is Harp. He was the one who was wiped out behind the goal, and he's got the ice shavings on his pants to prove it. Sheffer couldn't make a move in the slot shorthanded. Tapped ahead by Tiago Emberton. He has scored in this game, but he misfires short side there. Stepping up, Issel. Pounded it right through the slot. Roberts. Around the goal to the far side. Mueller. Halliday gets into the action for the steal. 18 seconds to go on the power play. No shots on goal yet during this power play. Issel is dispossessed. And the Moose slap at the center and beyond. Wynn about to come out of the box in 5 seconds. Backup goalie in there ready to let him out. Nolfo takes the lead pass, makes a little move, left it behind. Full slapper by O'Boyle is blocked. And we go the other way. 1:30 left in the period. Finch dropped it. Issel shooting, blocked by Samuelson. And the puck bounces off the end boards and right in front of the net. And that's where Grizz stops the action. And players come together after the whistle. 1:24 to go in the period. Changes for both sides. as we return to action eventually. The Moose need one more player. Here comes Ruiz. They are no longer shorthanded, which might have been news to them. I think they got it figured. And Finney skates out of the pack with the puck. Colin Finney. Below the goal. He's rubbed off the puck into the near corner. Bunn joins the fray. Couldn't get the puck loose for the Moose. Instead, it's Healy. Under a minute to go in the second. Samuelson draws a couple of defenders. Skips the pass across to Healy, who whacks at it. Leighton Ford, chip and charge play. Ford, he was on it, he had some room. Turn it right out in front. Open man there. Grizz makes the save on Brennan Davis, who was wide open in front. 36 seconds to go in the period. That close to another steal lead, but they'll have to settle for the offensive zone faceoff. Battle for the puck. Issel tossed it right across the top of the crease. Wynn clears high off the glass. Samuelson sticked it down. O'Brien nearly lost it on the back pedal. Issel keeps it moving. Healy back to take it for the Moose. Couldn't get it out far side. 15 seconds to go in the frame. Wynn distributes. Healy hard off the window. Still not out. Issel, one last chance for the steal before the end of the period. But he's stripped by Healy. Healy up to Finney, and time runs out. Would have been a 3-on-2 for the Moose. But that's it for the second period. One goal apiece in the frame. We go to the third in our sixth and final contest of the day. In the 18U division, Michigan Steel White 3, Blue Water Moose 3, 15 minutes to go. And they are quickly out for the third. Hey, no problem for me. So we're ticking toward 9:30. Almost 12 hours since we got started this morning. We did have the 3-hour break in between. 3-3 game. It's been a great one. Glad to have you along. Nolfo with a lot of space. Lets it rip. Glove save by Isaac Meadow as he snatches it head high and hangs on. Looks like Meadows going to go the distance in this game. And we're off again. Back down to our right, Jackson Halliday from South Lyon. Interested in physical therapy. You know a lot about that playing hockey. A lot of these guys need a little PT after going to war on the ice, especially a couple times in a day. That puck is tied up on the end wall, and the referee finally blows it dead because we've got punches and sticks being thrown, essentially. And Green is losing his mind back there I don't know what happened between him and Alex DeMagno, I think, is the other combatant there. Green did not like what was going on as players got tangled behind the net. That wasn't DeMagno, actually. That was the other man in the altercation. That was Keegan Roberts. And Nathan Green still has words for Roberts. They're both going to the box. And thankfully not the same one. Boy, that'd be interesting if the penalty box was just one big free-for-all in there. That would not make any sense, but funny to think about. And Roberts is being sent to the locker room, as is Green. So it's not just 2 minutes. It could be 2 and a 10. Could be a game misconduct. Hard to tell. Penalties at the 14:05 mark of the third period. Yeah, it wouldn't be 2 and a 10 because even so, they would still be able to return to the game late in the third period. So must be a game misconduct to both guys. That should cancel out. Well, I get the referee letting the puck battle go, but there really wasn't a fight for the puck. It was being pinned, and it wasn't coming out. So in that situation, sometimes you're asking for trouble. You're asking for guys to get physically involved away from the puck, and that's exactly what happened. Steel coach Tim O'Brien is getting an explanation about all this. And of course, each coach gets the opportunity to lobby a bit. The goal scorers in this game for the Michigan Steel White: Lucas Issel, Tiago Emberton, and Ian O'Brien. For the Moose, Bund, that's Coleman Bund, Brady Nolfo, and Colin Finney. I don't see a power play coming out of this, but I could be mistaken. With 14:05 remaining. Well, the Moose have 5 skaters on the ice. The Steel still waiting to deploy. And I hear the referee saying, we're ready to play, let's go. It remains 5-on-5 action. And finally, at long last, the drop of the puck between DeMagno and Sheffer, I think. And backup goalie Oprita is making his way down the bench. I don't know what's going on there. I think they just made one of the assistant coaches go off the bench for the Blue Water Moose. Sheffer to Bund, up the far side. O'Boyle settles it down, makes his move, shoots it. Meadow got his chest on that. So that took some of the starch out of this game. Hopefully we can get the energy back into it. Samuelson pursuing against the chasing DeMagno. Nolfo boots it to his stick, and he doesn't need much of an opening to get it going the other way. Sheffer wanted to go back to Nolfo on the cut-in. Nolfo hammered off the puck, and that one hurt him. Dragged down the ice by Bolash. He moves it north. Grizz left it at the side of his goal. Evan Samuelson up into the atmosphere. Here on the West Rink at Griff's IceHouse, the practice home of the AHL's Grand Rapids Griffins. Nolfo trying to navigate his way toward the goal. Made a great pass backside, but O'Boyle couldn't get it cleanly on net. He was tied up. Rush chance back the other way. Dubuque. Defended well by Samuelson. To the far corner it goes. Gunshot deflected off target. That was from Issel, who had the third steal goal. Issel turning and firing, and he missed. Dubuque right to the net front. Coleman Bund takes a swing at it. Got enough of it to get it out to center ice. Bund, boy, he was danced by Ryan Wilson. Wilson to the far flank. Spraying it behind the goal. Back out in front. Oh, it was a good pass from Issel, but Wilson was not quite ready for it. Halliday to Wilson. Snap pass. Broken up. Bund back the other way. He's got a step, but he's poke checked from behind by Leighton Ford. In front, score. Bund centered it, and it was pounded into the net for a 4-3 Moose lead. Bund just kept on going. And some words for the Moose at the steel bench. Don't want to do that. Sheffer gets the goal, by the way. Couldn't quite tell, got the last stick on it. But Parker Sheffer celebrates. And the Moose lead for the third time today. It was 1-0, it was 2-1, then they were down 3-2. Now they've got two unanswered with 11:33 left. Third goal of the day for Sheffer. He matches the total of Bund and Nolfo. The big guns are ablazing for the Blue Water Moose today. But the Steel have plenty of time to volley back. Halliday up the boards. Redirected in front. Turning it Emberton. Couldn't get it on frame. And the soft toss to center. Ruiz on the end of that one. Could not get through against Ford, and Ruiz dives to poke the puck, but Meadow puts the big trapper on top of it. .10:55 showing on the third period clock. Finney wins it back. Win. Let her rip. High off the glass on the deflection. Ruiz deflecting it right to the net mouth. Handled by Meadow. And the Moose feeling it again. Draw coming on the right side in the Moose offensive zone from their perspective. Finney lost it. Penalty coming. This game's getting testy. Just like the last game for the Moose against the Michigan Steel Gray. And the penalty is against Leighton Ford in his defensive zone for a high stick. Power play, Blue Water Moose. 10:35 remaining. Finney wins it. Over to Sheffer. Burrowing in below the goal. Nolfo. Sheffer all the way across. Nolfo gets it back. One-timer missed. Went careening wide on the setup from O'Boyle. O'Boyle keeps it alive with his skate. To Finney. 1 minute to go on the power play. Big shot from O'Boyle off the glass. That was a quick wind up there. And he got everything on that shot. Nolfo turning this way and that, out by the blue line. His feed down deep. Broken up by Tarnitzer. In front, Finney. Couldn't get enough power on the stick to let the shot go. Sheffer. Finney shooting, just shoved it wide. Win. Losing it and clearing it is Bolash. Sheffer couldn't make his way in. Nolfo all the way over to Finney's corner. Finney could not get it between a couple of Steel defenders. And it's powered all the way down. The Steel have survived the power play. Blue Water still up 4-3. Cleared by Wynn. Pass Sheffer. O'Boyle didn't get a stick on it. Play continues though. No icing. Wilson losing it to Sheffer. Looking to take advantage of the steal. Sheffer. He lost it to Wilson. Great battle. Issel. That's hockey right there. You lose it, you still might find a way to get it back moments later. Issel whipped the shot. That was blocked. Davis, backhand. Grizz, the save. His first one in a while. And he hangs on to it with 8:23 left. We'll go at it again in Moose territory. Played forward, though. Sagan left the puck behind. Sagan swings it. That's Ethan Sagan from Warren De La Salle. You can tell from the purple stripe down the middle of his helmet. The Pilots. Healy. Right in front of his own goal to Samuelson. Clearing pass ahead. Sagan might have a chance. Rolling puck. Shoots it. Meadow the save. Healy keeps it alive in the offensive zone. But finagled to center by the steal. Samuelson revs it up again. His lead delivery, too far for Healy. Issel. Lucas Issel, another charge. And a cut in. Issel shooting, save Grizz. Rebound, he stopped that one too. Forward blasts it. Blocked out high by Healy. Samuelson can't get it out. Halliday in after it. Samuelson back to it. Steel fans in attendance cheering them on. Oh, left behind though by Dane Bark. And Bowman shovels it to center ice. Samuelson. Angle play to Sheffer. Couldn't dance by. Sheffer one more time. Puck bouncing on it. Sheffer, blind pass to O'Boyle. And he flubbed the shot, but it went in. A wobbler got by Meadow. The changeup works, and it's 5-3. O'Boyle's first goal of the weekend. Sheffer the assist. I guess you'd rather hammer it or totally whiff it because the goalie's not ready for the second option there. And a sheepish celebration for O'Boyle, but in the end, it gives the Moose a 2-goal margin for the first time tonight. 6:31 to go. Healy poked at it. Issel sticking with it. Smooth saucer pass, but it jumped over the stick of O'Brien. Bunn back the other way, and that's icing against the Moose as his lead pass came from behind the center red line. Clean win for the Steel. Ford, a rifle shot that missed. O'Brien out of the corner. He's belted down. Mueller, Ford, another shot. Grizz, the blocker save. Up in the air it goes. And O'Boyle relays it out to neutral ice. Bund tried to hook up with Sheffer. Steele back in possession. Ford. O'Brien losing it to Samuelson, who does a button hook and another one back in his own territory. Make it a third. Spin move. He was tripped at center. It'll be a power play for the Moose. 3 separate spin moves by Evan Samuelson. And on the third one, he drew the tripping minor. With 5:24 left, the Moose get a chance to add another one. Late change for the Steel. They get their penalty killers out there. It'll be Wilson losing the face-off, though, to Finney. Win, near side, Nolfo. Got all that one-timer and off the glove of Meadow. Finney kicks it loose on the Moose power play. Finney to the middle. It drifts away, got it back. Sheffer to Nolfo. Nolfo, rare mishandle of the puck, but he whips it across along the goal line. O'Boyle, a wrister off of Meadow's body. Sheffer delays. The puck drifts out near the blue line, but he's got it covered. O'Boyle, Nolfo, rip shot, save Meadow off the pad. Sheffer back to Nolfo. Slap pass, Sheffer all the way across the crease and over to O'Boyle. 40 seconds left on the power play. O'Boyle's shot redirected into the corner. Nolfo, 30 seconds left on the advantage. Nolfo got it back. Finney went down awkwardly. Nolfo scores! Nolfo wires it into the net from the inner edge of the right circle. Power play goal. Second of the game for him. Fourth of the day. 6-3 Blue Water Moose. 3 of Nolfo's goals on the day, special teams goals. 1 power play, 2 shorthanded. And with 4:19 left, that might have done it. 4 goals in a row for the Moose. They came out hot and they're finishing hot, it looks like. And that's 14 goals so far for the Moose today. Nolfo all the way in, and he does it again. Hat trick. Brady Nolfo. 4:08 left, and he makes it 7-3. And that's 15 goals for the Moose today. Nolfo just backs off defenders with that speed, and they have to respect it. They have to respect the hands, too. And in the end, I think he just catches defenders backing toward their goal a little too much. That's what happened there. Issel let her rip. He missed the goal. So the Steel have allowed 5 straight. 4 in this period for the Moose. Moose can't get it out. Flip far side. And Nolfo looking for more. He's got Bowman carrying it in over the blue line. That's offside. Nolfo came back to touch it, but he was the one who was offside, so the whistle must sound in that situation. 3:35 remaining from here at the IceHouse. Bowman wins it back, but Dubuque stumbled down trying to chase the puck. Harp to Bowman. Makes a move to the outside. Rips it on net. Meadow fought it off. Wrister off the outside of the goal from Nolfo. Well, he is just insatiable when it comes to getting offense going for the Moose. Bark freed it up, but the only man there is Dubuque for the steal. Issel, 1-on-5 at the moment. Issel tried to snipe it short side. Didn't work. Mueller wobbles it behind the net. Harp up the far boards and Bowman on the move. Bowman with 2:40 left in the game. Dished it back off a steel stick. Gathered in by Alex DiMagno. He misfired on the wrister from 40 feet away. Mueller took a bump from Bark. Samuelson turned it over to DiMagno behind the net. And Steele still looking for another one. Finch losing control. And it's bunted toward the front, broken up. Healy has it. Hail Mary pass through center. Samuelson was way up on the attack. But that was taken away by the Steel with under 2 to play. Mueller all the way over. Tiago Emberton has a goal tonight. Continues to play hard on the forward check. Loose puck, Finney reached back, couldn't flag it down. Finney, though, gets in the way of that play. Emberton missed on the turning wrister. Roman Ruiz played it back to his, I was going to say defender, but that was actually Finney back there. Samuelson gets up on the attack. He's listed as a D. Finney from a deep position carries it in with 1:10 remaining. Finney to Daniel Healy. Colin Finney. Finney closes, backhand. Scoots wide. Halliday, and coughed it up to Healy. Samuelson, Ruiz, dropped it into neutral ice. Gathered in by Brennan Davis. Samuelson absorbs the light bump from Halliday. 30 seconds left. And a penalty for good measure. Guess we couldn't get through the final couple of minutes without another one. And Finney has a seat. Didn't see the signal. I'm not sure if that was high sticking or what the call was. But a very late power play for the Steel, down by 4. 32 seconds left. And a clear down. Look out, it's Nolfo for his 4th. Closes, backhand, stopped by Meadow. He got big and made the save right on the goal line. Wilson took a stick up high, but play allowed to continue as Bowman then takes down his man on the far boards. That's Dubuque. O'Brien. Kovalevsky toward the front of the net. Deflected behind the goal. And that's it. Time runs out. Moose win it 7-3. 5 straight goals for the Moose. And they've scored 15 in the tournament so far. They're 2-0. They'll go into a showdown against West Michigan White, also 2-0, in the first game tomorrow at 9:30. Michigan Steel White drops to 0-2. They had a 3-2 lead in this game, much more competitive than their first attempt of the weekend, in which they fell 6-0 to West Michigan Green. See you tomorrow. I'm going to rest up. Hope you do too. I know these boys will. And we look forward to 3 more games in the 18U division of the KIIH Varsity Elite Invitational. See you then.